Hello, welcome to Riding Times on RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and all the videos. So I'm just about to head off into the woods again. So I've been out in the hills, going through some very steep banks and then up some more. So it's the season's changing now. We're into autumn. The tracks are getting wet. The rain, we've had quite a bit of rain recently, so that's disrupted the tracks a little bit. So it's probably sticking to the best to stick to the muddy. Stick to the rocky ones as opposed to going on the muddy ones right now, just so not leaving so much of a footprint. But actually, hopefully this is going to be quite a compacted one. I'm going to join a trail that's going to take me all the way over the top of a ridge and then down on the other side and follow the ridge line all the way down. So hopefully, it's a glorious day. It's a glorious day, bright blue sky, beautiful sunshine, just kind of beginning of autumn really. The leaves are starting to turn on the trees, so hopefully it should be some nice sights. Anyway, hope you enjoy it and catch you on the next one. Cheers. Off we go. Bring the visor down just to get some flicks in the eye, usual part of the course. Right, let's see that way or this way. Let's go here. Fun. There we go. This is beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely magic. Sometimes you do go on these trails, especially on a day like today when the sun is just coming through, and it does look like an old, there's a straight line, a trail, an old horse-drawn carriage trail, from years ago. Wow, well, that was short and sweet. Okay. This one, I think. No, it's not this one. That's that one. So it's this way. There we go, right. It is around here somewhere. So the sun's right in my eyes, so it's a bit of a pain actually. Oh, okay, this way. Yep. Nice, just going through the trees and down the hill a little bit. There's a bit of an incline on this. Contours are telling me that there is a bit, but not too grand, I would say. Well, let me just check where I am. Right. Beauty. Nice. Yeah, footpath off to the left, that's fine. Wow, look at this. It's almost like this track's been skimmed here actually to make it wider. This is a brighter way, yeah, but it's very wide. Oh, very muddy as well. very clay soil, so it's kind of slipping and sliding all over the place. So I'm just going to take it easy through here as well. Don't want to spin up the back wheel, just keep it sort of low revs all the time. Just let it pull me along, especially because it's flat, there's no need to add power here. And look ahead and try and pick a line. Nice. And I'm right in a gully here as well, so there's rising terrain to the right and to the left. So that's why it's quite, all the rocks and everything is settling down here, all the mud is coming down off the hills and settling down here as well. Any bit of rain, and then, you know, all you're riding on is a bit of topsoil and loose stones here, so it's just making it a bit interesting at times. It's funny, you know, you suddenly get that whoop moment, you know, the front tyre goes, even though you got knobblers on, the front tyre goes, you know, the rear tyre starts to slip out, you know, the rear starts to fishtail. Just go this way, yeah. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, so I think this track is see how far it takes me. Beauty. You know, I've got a little look around here. Wow. That up there. Nice. Visor down. Sometimes, you know, you just got to have a stop and really admire the view, I think. Morning! Yeah. Okay, that goes into a private farm up there. I think that, yeah, just keep on this trail here. Quite sandy in here. The front tyre wants to search sandy and muddy. So you can see where it's all come off the hills, the banks I should say, left and right. Just keeping the power on, let it search, the front tyre search. Loose grip on the handlebars. There we go, some sander right ahead. So you let the handlebars just do what they want to do. Let the tyre just grip in. Okay, so this is, if I have a show you now, if I just stop here, I'm sure I'll be able to. I'll see it's soft here as well. I can't put the bike down there. Hold on. Let's see if I can just balance the bike here. Right. This is what I mean by leaving a footprint. Okay, so you can see right now it's wet on the ground. And you can see, you know, there's lots of silt all collecting here because it's coming off the bank, that side and that side. So it's all channeling in here. You can see, and I've got monopolies on and everything, but it doesn't make any difference really. You're coming on and you're leaving a footprint. Now you think, well, what's the problem? That's not, well, there's no problem at all really, I suppose. In one aspect. The other aspect is, well, if you're trying to be a bit incognito, then you're not really, because you left a footprint. But the other thing is that if you're going along and you know, you're hooning about all the time, you're leaving a really big footprint, you know, digging up the dirt, then all you're going to do is piss off people who know that you shouldn't be there. So if you don't piss off people who know that you shouldn't be there, then it's not much of a drama. I had a conversation with a sort of landowner a couple of weeks ago, and he said what he really hates is the motocross guys and, you know, enduro guys coming on, you know, really open up the throttles and everything, hooning about on land and trails that they shouldn't be on. And what he said to me, he said, I don't mind you, because you know, you're just going very gently, and I'm not saying I'm anything special, but what I'm saying, there is cause and effect here to what you do, how you ride, and what, you know, when you ride, kind of, you know, off the trails. Now this is probably now going to be my last trip on these kind of trails for the winter. I'm just going to stick to the really hard compacted ones, purely because of this, you know, footprint. You know, really don't want to leave a footprint, and don't want to be going in areas that, you know, farmers and whatever know that I shouldn't be there, and they're going to get really hacked off, you see, because it cuts up their land and stuff, which they don't like. Anyway, now obviously, you know, if you've got public access, you can go anywhere. If you got in the UK, if you're on byways or public roads, which are basically dirt tracks, you got 24/7, you know, all year round sort of access, fine. But some trails you just have to think about it and think, well, if you're going to go there in the dead of winter, you're just really going to cut them up and screw them up, you know, for everybody else, and also for next season as well. Well, not the season, but, you know, next spring, summer, when most people are going to go and do their off-road riding, I suppose. You know, that's when it's really going to, you know, come unstuck a little bit. Anyway. Let's see what's going on here, shall I? Beauty. That's what I mean. Obviously there's farming country around here, but if you took kind of go in and, you know, people can't even hear that you're sort of coming through, then you're kind of, I'm not saying you're not going to get in trouble, or I'm not saying you're not going to piss people off, but what I'm saying is, you know, there are, you know, it won't be as much, put it that way. Nice. Beauty. Take it away from the farm buildings and hopefully get onto the open trails, and it'll be good. See where I end up. I think memory, yeah, because it's slippy here on the trail, so although the tyres are digging a little bit, they are slipping off the verges, whereas in the dry they will sort of grip in there a little bit more. So yeah, we've got a gate to get through here. Alright. Beauty. It's a lovely countryside, isn't it? Alright. Just stick to the trail that's already marked, I think. Nice. Look at this. Wow. Kind of hidden away here, but it's a beautiful trail. A beautiful countryside as well. Lovely. Wow, look at this. That kite up there. He's circling around, he's trying to look for something. Wonder if he's found anything. Oh, me. That's right. He's after me now. Right, best get out of there. Loads of those red kites. I mean, up in the air, they look, you know, quite, well, I wouldn't say small, but they look, you know, not much of a size. You get them close up and you think, bloody hell, these things are huge. You know, so. Wow. Gorgeous. Basically on a farm track now, that's all. Alright. Whoop. Yeah, so not even 2 weeks ago, all these kinds of tracks would have been bone dry. Now they're starting to pool up in places, and obviously other places where they've got good drainage just drying out really quickly. But you know, in some places, you know, yeah. Another murder of crows here, just hanging about. I think it's called a murder of crows anyway. Murder a pint, that's for sure. Almost lunchtime. Ah, yeah. Well, I think I'm coming to the end of this trail now. That was a really cool ride. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Well, hope you enjoyed that ride. and well, catch you on the next one whenever it is. You can see what I mean about footprints though, just leaving, you know, trying to minimize, you know, your impact of where you're going. You know, people get pissed off with bikes as it is, motorbikes and bikes especially. You know, I'm not just saying this is what I hear from landowners and farmers and people who walk. You know, they hate the ones that are just, you know, really revving their engines and going crazy and just, you know, kicking up the tracks, but they actually have no problem with the ones who aren't. So, you know, that's it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. You can see what I mean by the footprints. Catch you on the next one whenever that is. Cheers now.